Hello, my name is Renee L. Rose. I'm the founder of Explore Art Talk. With Explore Art, our featured guests, we have meaningful conversations celebrating artistic and cultural diversity that makes our world extraordinary. So sit back, relax, and check out our content. Thank you for joining us today. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking your time to meet with me.
And likewise, because you are extremely busy.
We all are, yes. I'm sure you are busy too. This is the world we live in, right?
Yes, especially with women, we're trying to do it all.
You know what? Good for us.
Yes.
I won't have it any other way.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, okay, 1 second I'm a mother, another second I'm a wife, another second I'm an artist, another second I'm a gallery owner. And somehow it all works because we can do it all. I think we have the capacity.
So how do you pronounce your name? First name is
Haleh.
Haleh?
Haleh.
Haleh.
Yes, like hallelujah.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. And yours is Renee.
Yes, Renee.
Yes.
Can you start off by telling me, I read your bio about your days in Iran and how you became an artist and how all this came about?
Absolutely. Growing up, I wasn't into art as much. I was more musical. I played the piano and things like that. Then one time, my dad took me to a painting class when I was 10 years old, 10, 11 years old. And that's how I became kind of familiar a little bit. I took few classes. For some reason, I didn't continue. So move forward 10 years later, 15 years later, when I was 25 years old, actually, I took my first painting class after so many years with my husband at the UCLA extension course, and I never put my brush down.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, and I went to school for finance and I studied real estate finance. I had nothing to do with art. But then it was as if this really deep yearning and calling was ignited in me at the age of 25, and it's been going on nonstop since then. So that's where it really started. But going back to Iran, I was born there, and I lived there till I was 20 years old.
Okay.
I was 14 years old when the revolution of Iran happened.
Oh.
And it became very traumatic. We had a family tragedy because of it. And so for a good 7 years, I was in such a survival mode to just survive. And so creating art wasn't really on the top of my list.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because not that I wouldn't do it. It was just that, as I said, I was so much in survival mode and how to get out of that country and escape and all that. But later on, I realized that the art has such a healing. It has have such a healing aspect to my life, and really freed me from a lot of preconceived notion and things that I believe to be true, which is not true. And so that aspect of it really played a very important role for me later on in life.
Yes, I can believe it. I'm an artist too, so I
see what I'm. Yes.
Yes.
I think it's the beginning of freedom.
Yes. We're lucky that we're able to express ourselves in that way.
Yes. And especially, being a woman, and especially after the revolution, the fanatic Islamic revolution, they were so oppressive to women, we couldn't even get out of the house without covering ourselves head to toe, let alone expressing your inner emotions or putting it on canvas for women and men equally as well, but women had it worse. Like, I have done so many nude paintings, figurative work, things like that. I would have been probably hung if I if I showed that. I wouldn't even be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it has been such a journey and such a blessing to be able to express
Yeah.
and whatever needs to come out.
So when you came to the United States, did you start off doing this, with your art, with the studio and then exhibiting?
When I came to the United States, I was 20 years old, and so I went to college. I finished my 4-year college. I graduated from USC. I got married. So as I said, a year, like at 25, yes, I took the first painting class with my husband, and I never stopped. So I painted for a few years, and here and there I showed, in different art fairs and some galleries. And I had my children, and all these years I kept on painting and painting and really exploring different ways of expressing myself. And I took a lot of classes. I went to different universities. I made my own program that worked for my life.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So I could be there for my children, but not to be only going through that route and come out of it and say, what did I do for myself? So, so I had to kind of balance it in that way. And I was fortunate enough that I could do that. Not a lot of people have that option, and I'm very grateful for that. So
So
about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, I decided that I want to start a gallery because this whole inspiration came from a meditation. Actually, it was a guided meditation that I did on my birthday, and
mm,
and you ask your inner advisor basically a question, and I really saw myself being alone in my studio all day and cut off from a lot of people, and I didn't want to live like that. So, you
yes,
know what I'm saying? Because as artists, it's very important, as you know, to
yes.
be alone in your studio, which is where magic happens. But at the same time, like, I want to be involved with the world. I want to bring myself to the world and bring the world back to me and have this exchange of energy with my community. And how can I do that? And that's the idea of opening an art gallery started. And then,
Well, you didn't feel that you were able to communicate with your community when you exhibited as an artist?
say that again, I'm sorry.
So you didn't feel that you were able to communicate with community when you exhibited your art
No,
and
no,
show?
I could. But again, it was very only me and other people. I wanted to have more of a interaction with the creative world.
Oh, okay.
And ongoing. I mean, how many times can I put my work up there? Maybe twice a year, once a year. But this way, I'm having opening every 6 weeks. People
Oh,
come, hundreds of people come and go, and I'm also advocating for a lot of artists emerging, established. So it's really a taste-making situation where I can showcase what I really love and create thematic exhibition for people to come and enjoy. And it's been a blessing.
so as a gallerist, I used to have a gallery, so I definitely understand what you're saying, but everybody opens a gallery for a different reason. I love your passion. So as a gallerist, the art world to me is changing a lot. It's
Yes.
really a lot. How do you see your gallery being able to be an advocate for artists in this changing landscape?
I think more importantly, the most important thing is to have a personal connection with the artist, because a majority of the artists that I work with, they're like family. I know them. I talk to them. And it's based on trust, because, everybody you can sign all kind of agreements and blah, 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 and people can go behind your back and sell, or with Instagram happening, there's so many platforms that people are working off of. So it becomes like a community of artists that trust each other, being me as a gallery owner in this case, that know that we put the best effort to market their work. And that's all we can do to really create a trusting environment where people get inspired to create and show.
Yes. So do you select all the artists or do artists approach you? How do you select your artists?
It's a very organic process. If
Yeah.
I were to tell you, like, this is my method, I can't, because it's a combination of a lot of things. Sometimes I find the artist, like, for example, I came across this really a number of amazing artists in Mexico City, because I went to an art exhibition there and I looked around. But then there is a friends of an artist that introduced, and there's, I guess, submission. It's word of mouth. I mean, it's everything. It's
Yeah.
very organic. That's what makes it cool, actually.
Yes. How many artists do you represent?
I have shown more than 400 so far, and it's growing.
So,
I don't necessarily represent them, because you were asking earlier how everything is changing. I think
yes.
the old gallery model, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is not going to work.
Oh, I totally agree with you. That's why I was asking. Yes.
I think that's what I think is trust is very important.
Yes.
And collaboration more than anything.
Yes.
That, okay, let's work together. Let's see if he's the right fit. Like, I had this artist from Sweden, this gentleman. I don't even remember how we came across each other. I think he approached me. And I've been selling a lot of his work. So in like about 9 months, he's going to have a solo exhibition. He's working towards that. But
Ooh,
the tiny steps together and see, okay, is the right fit, because they don't want to waste their time. I don't want to waste my time.
yes.
And sometimes it takes time, to develop the relationship, because also every location, every gallery has a different kind of aesthetics.
Yes.
You have to kind of constantly reinvent yourself and pivot and see what works, what doesn't work. It's wild.
So do you represent strictly contemporary artists or do you do any type of artists?
It's mostly contemporary artists. In the beginning, I have shown few pieces by like from the secondary market, but I'm going more towards contemporary artists.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
as I said, because I want to have that interaction, that that happening, that exchange of energy. I cannot have that with a dead person.
No, the reason why I was saying that because there's some artists that are representational artists. There's some artists that do these landscapes. It doesn't matter what type of medium they do, as long as they're living.
Look at the breathing. No, they have a pulse and their passion and their work is good. I consider.
Yes. Do you have more than one location?
No, that's one is enough.
It looks like you're so successful. I looked at all your videos. You have a great crowd. Do you attract a lot of collectors? Do you just court a lot of collectors? Or you just, how do you do that?
Well, I don't think you can find collectors. Collectors have to find you. And you know what I'm saying? Because you just have to do what you need to do and do it to the best of your ability and see what happens. The
Okay.
input is up to you. The output is up to the universe. So the good thing about it is that because I have thematic exhibitions,
Oh.
every exhibition attracts a different crowd. So I
Oh.
have the regulars, there are people that are, they're always here. But then there's also always new crowd coming in, depending on what the theme is. So in that way, I think I throw a bigger net that way, and you
Oh,
get more exposed to, and that's how I live my life too. I'm just not this kind of person. I have
yeah.
to have variety, and I have to be excited about what I do too. In
So
order,
you're a good salesperson.
I am. I don't know about that, but thank you.
Well, because you, by looking at your videos, you are attracting good crowds. Some people can't get a lot of crowds, to come to their gallery. So that's a good thing. Then you can get people to look at the art and maybe even get attracted to your gallery to come back to buy. So you're getting crowds in. I think that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, and well, um, I think it's very important to have an open energy, to have
Okay.
an inviting energy, because
Yes.
really, especially after COVID, I'm sure you noticed that we are really dependent on each other, and we're
Mm,
dependent on exchanging energy with each other.
which is a
And,
good thing.
and art is such an important part of this,
Yes.
because look at, if you go to any museums, as you can see, generations have come and gone. And I mean, civilizations have come and gone, and the only thing that stayed behind, one of the few things, were art.
Yes.
So, so,
Yeah.
so it's so important to to have that kind of exchange with the seeing art in person, not only digitally, and also the community being together and thinking that, you know what, there is good in the world. It's not all bad news.
Yes, yes. That's why I'd started my magazine when I had a gallery, but I fell so in love because I love to write. I fell in love with interviewing people and doing my magazine. Plus, I have a whole nother career besides my gallery and my magazine. So I stopped doing my gallery and I started focusing on this because there's so many beautiful artists out there. There's so many talented people that you just don't get a chance to see because that 1% of the gallery world at the top, they act like they control everything, but they really don't. That's what's attracted to your gallery. There's so many dynamic artists. And if I can, before I die, expose the world to every artist I can think of, that's my intention to do that.
Oh, that is so lovely. That's wonderful. And really, you said it so well. The top 1% gallery, it's not even about art anymore.
No.
It becomes a commodity, really. And it's good, because for me, art for the sake of art. I have to love something. I have to resonate with something uh, to be able to show it. I have to believe in the work. And
Yes.
and being an artist, as we have a different eye.
Yes.
When you look at the art piece, it's like you see the process, you see the passion, you see if the art is being lazy, you can see if they were like really involved, if they took a chance. I think we look at the composition, and whenever you are creating anything, any form of creativity, you're really aligning yourself with the divine.
Exactly.
So, what is more beautiful than aligning yourself with the divine? And
Exactly.
you were saying is a spiritual experience. Yes, it is a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
And I feel very blessed. I'm very honored that I walk into this gallery in this space and I'm surrounded by all this beauty and all these artists' energy around. I mean, it's all unbelievable.
It really is. It really is.
It feeds my soul.
Yes. Yes, it does. Because what I'm doing feeds my soul. Exactly.
Oh, I know. I can tell how passionate and how open you are. That's wonderful that you find this uh, avenue for yourself and to give back and to receive. And that's kind of the exchange of energy that we were talking about.
Yes. So where do you see you going in the next 2 years? What are some of your because you're so talented, a fashion designer and all these different things. I love it.
I don't know if I'm going to continue with the fashion. I did it for a little while, but that's a whole different,
Yeah.
it's a whole different ballgame. You have to have like a full-time staff just to market that.
Yeah.
And that was like a lot of fun for me. And I just
because it's creative.
uh
Very creative.
very creative, very cool. I sold pieces here and there coming, but if you really want to take it to the next level, it takes a lot of
Energy.
investment, time, effort. And my passion is really my own art and also showing other people's art. So I don't want to, I realize that I cannot dilute myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
more like, at least for the next couple of years, as you were asking. And then there are actually two parallels happening. One is my own art and one is at the gallery, because I don't want to stop exploring as an artist myself. Just be bogged down by only running a gallery. I don't see myself only doing that, because I need to feed my soul too in a different way. So for my work, I'm just going towards more of a sculptural pieces, more relief. The next exhibition, my solo exhibition, is coming up in a month in September.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've been reinterpreting my tree series. I'm very well known for my trees. So these are like a lot thicker impasto. They're like, I interpreted the trees in so many different ways that you have. So everything is cohesive, but every piece is very different than the other one. So that's what I want to continue with my series and just push the boundaries with materiality.
Where's your exhibition going to be at?
At Mash Gallery.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait.
Absolutely. We're going to have two events, one on a Thursday, September 5th, and that's for interior designers and possibly influencers, and then Saturday it opens to the public. But I would love you to be our guest in whichever one that you fits your
Wish I could come. I was gonna say I probably won't be able to get there this year, but I can do it next year because it's like I just retired to start doing this full time and really put. So I want to start getting out next year and going different places. And you're definitely a place I'm gonna come and visit next year.
Oh, that is so lovely. Thank you. And then as far as the gallery, I'm just gonna do more shows as I'm doing.
Yes.
Also expand my online presence. Not only do gallery exhibitions every 6 weeks and just keep building it, and a lot of online, because I'm getting a lot of inquiries online as well.
Yeah.
So my goal is to really merge both online and brick and mortar at a higher level.
Yes. Are you on Artsy? When I had a gallery, I was on Artsy.
Yeah. And it's funny you asked that, because I kind of want to be a little artsy of my own.
Yes. Smart.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm showing so many artwork, so many people, so many artists are on my roster, but it's more curated. It's not like you pay a fee and you go in. It's curated. And
yeah, still, because you have so many people coming you from your gallery, they can come and buy art online. That's smart. You just take marketing, that's all.
That's all, which is before being an artist, we're all women. We have to look good.
Oh, you do. Oh, that's the thing. You look so fabulous in your openings. I was like, oh my, I love it. She's so glam.
Oh, thank you. You gotta have fun with it.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, thank you very much. I'll send you.
Sounds great.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
All right, bye. Take care. Bye-bye.